The door stands open. Across lines, invisible hands are held, golden streamers building in the night. Alone, the possibilities are enormous. Step outside, and parasites, deprived of their meat, wait to suck on tiring flesh. Unending statistics that fatten leaders, prisoners of their morality. Afraid of death, we cannot save ourselves. To breathe is not enough.
But it's still in your own at night.
You've got to make such a noise to understand the silence. Screaming like a jackass, bringing ears so you can't hear the silence. Even when it's there, like the wind sing from the window. Seeing it but not being tagged by it. Words sometimes don't seem to mean much. Of anyone we've used more than most. Feelings from the heart that have been distorted and mocked. Thrown around in the spectacle. The grand social circus.
Up against the roads of grown robbers who control our lives. The things we have to offer sometimes seem so frail as they plan destruction and gain respectability. We offer our creativity and our main outcasts.
We didn't expect to find ourselves playing this part. We were concerned with ideas, not rock and roll. But we can't avoid that arena. It's become a part of us, even if we don't understand it. In attempts to moderate, they ask why we don't write love songs. What is it that we sing then? Our love of life is total. Everything we do is an expression of that. Everything that we write is a love song.
We look for alternatives, but the enormous power of the media makes it so difficult to establish foundations. Their lies, distortions are so extreme that everything becomes poison and corrupted. We can become media personalities, but it's always on their terms. We're tired of living up to other people's expectations when our own are so much higher. Intelligence seems so easy dismissed when it does conform to mainstream values. Let them stick, they hate if you're clever and they despise us all. Even right, social intelligence merely requires agreement and compromise.
The boundaries are becoming narrower as the state becomes more paranoid. Under authoritarian rule, conformity becomes the only security. Fear is a powerful weapon against human development. Cowering in our temples of self, there's little chance of change. The state is aware of that. The bombs serve many functions. If fear of the omnipotent God is no more, the nuclear father will govern with his shepherd's crook, drawing his flock closer to the valley of the shadow of death.
Those of us who stand out against the status quo do so against all odds. We cling so closely together because we have little other than ourselves.
Critics say that it's just fun wrong, or we're just naive anarchists. They hope to discredit us with their labels and definitions. Throughout history, societies have condemned those who are later celebrated as heroes. In so many bourgeois homes, Van Gogh's sunflowers radiate from the walls. Yet he lived in utter misery, condemned by those very same people. Why is it that the kind and gentle are subjected to violence and ridicule? How is it that the small and mealy-minded have gained so much power, while perversion has taken place and we are governed by fools?
We've had problems and self-appointed gods and vicious MPs that tried to ban our records, saying that we're a threat to decent society. Fuck 'em, I hope we are. What kind of depraved idiot thinks they can silence others by denying them their voice? For fuck's sake, who are these lobotomists? As if rules are only one side. Whispered intimacies might not get through. But twice an egg,